Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to take a look at this third form Frieza. So I did finally get this guy rainbowed, and I do have him at max link, so we are going to do a max link showcase here on this third form Frieza. So we'll just look at the kit again really quick in case anybody forgot what he does, but I'm kind of excited to like try this guy out like with the focus just to see how crazy he is, because I'm usually running him as a floater, but he's actually pretty powerful on rotation, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. So his super attack effect is he infinitely stacks attack, and then he gets a one-turn defense raise, and he does supreme damage to the enemy. He gets attack and defense 70%, plus another attack and defense 7% with each attack performed up to 70. High chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each which has a high chance of being a super attack. Sworn enemy category allies key 3 and attack and defense 40. So the reason why this guy is crazy, he's infinitely stacking attack. He's stacking in his passive up to 70%. He's most of the time going to get a minimum of 3 attacks off. If his hidden potential procs, he's going to get a 4th attack, and he could quadruple super. So, like, this guy is going to be crazy. He's going to look really weak at first, but he builds up quick, and he's going to be looking really good. And you can see full level 10 links. I did give him some equip. I gave him a crit and combo attack on my equips, and you can see I've got him 18 additional, 15 crit. Because he has the 2 additionals, that also gives you extra chances to proc. So you could go a little bit more balanced with a little bit more crit, because odds are he's going to get the 4th one off anyway. So we're just running the strength cooler team with a bunch of support. So the support's going to be flying everywhere. We are going to link him up with transforming Frieza. He actually shares 6 links with him when he's in his final 2 phases. So that's going to be really, really good there. And then we'll run another rotation with like a strength cooler and a physical cooler and kind of let them show off. I actually purposely did not put full power Frieza on this team because he would be like too powerful. Like we wouldn't have time to build up. He would just incinerate the Goku like way too fast. So yeah, we still want to be able to actually show off our unit, right? So we'll just do this. This Int Toa, I still really like her as a support unit. Yeah, look at Cooler turn 1, 4.6. That's the thing too. It's like I haven't been running Terrifying Conquerors very much. And I need to use this physical cooler more because he is so good. And people are kind of, comparing him to the physical Shenron that just got his ECA. So, the fact that he's been talked about more made me remember, like, yeah, I haven't been using that physical cooler very much, and I really should be. All right, so we're going to put Int third form Frieza on slot 1, because I'm not going to lie, the Tech Frieza transforming would probably one-shot the Goku. So 128k defense turn 1, which isn't the craziest, but he has 70% more defense to build up. And his attack is going to get like wild and crazy. Like, I wouldn't say third form Frieza is the craziest defensive unit, but he does raise defense for 1 turn on super. So if he quadruple supers, like his defense is actually going to get to a really good level, right? Okay, so under a 2 mil attack stat, right, which doesn't seem crazy, but we'll just watch this guy go off here because he's just going to be doing attacks like crazy. So, oh, that was really unlucky. That was, yeah, very unlucky. Like you have like a high chance to proc 2 additionals, and we only got 1, and that could have just been from hidden potential. So that was actually really unlucky. It's pretty uncommon for this guy to only do 1 or 2 attacks. Like he's usually doing 3. We'll get him to another turn. So he's just trying to make me look bad here is what he's trying to do. All right, so we'll do this. Yeah. We'll let Fizz. I was just thinking maybe I should transform my strength cooler, but it's like no, because then he would incinerate the Goku. Because that strength cooler transformed against the Goku is still pretty crazy. Because he's got guaranteed crits, guaranteed additionals. Like he's kind of like Super Vegeta. Like when he's transformed in the right situation against a pure hybrid Saiyan. Yeah, he's pretty equivalent to Super Vegeta in terms of attack. He's really good. That strength cooler, by the way, it's going to be really wild when he EZAs. I think he's a really long ways off from that because he's still pretty darn good. Like, defense is really what's lacking with him. That's what we're finding with a lot of units these days that are starting to age. It's not that their attack is bad. It's that their defense isn't holding up. I think when you look at someone like the Year 5 LRs, I think even like Goku, Trunks, and Pan, like I think they still hit really hard. It's just their defense doesn't hold up to today's game, right? Okay, so what do we got here? So 146k defense. We got a little bit from building up our internal passive. Links, we've got 4 out of 7. Okay, so let's see what we're looking like here. Hopefully we can get at least a double super here. Come on now. Let's see what we got. So double digit normals, which is fine. This isn't a very hard phase. So now we're at about 2 mil. Once again, still have a ways to build up here. And he's stacking attack, right? So this attack stat there's a double super at 2.4. Okay, so now we're at like a 4.5 mil attack stat. Okay, here's the triple super. Okay, this is more typical, right? We got a triple super. Can we get a quadruple super? That would be good to make up for the last turn. Okay, we got a quadruple, just not a quadruple super. So that's good. So his passive now should be basically built up because I think we've already done roughly 7 attacks. Like, we're pretty close to it because that was a quad and we had a double. So that's like 6 attacks we've done already. So we're pretty close to already being built up, right? So you can see, even though he needs 7 attacks, he can build up within a couple of turns as long as you're getting those triple attack turns, quadruple attack turns. It goes pretty quick. Okay. So let's attack through with this team here. But yeah, that third form Frieza, I would say, is still one of the better banner units in the game. Like, for one being a 40% support for like the LR Namek Frieza, who is still one of the best units in the game. On global, I would say currently is the best unit in the game, right? Until we get like the power creep of the new leader skills, I would say he's going to be number 1 in global. We don't know what's going to come in the spring. Like, we know for sure we're getting the new leader skills in July. By the way, this cooler just did a 6.5 mil attack stat. pretty good for that physical cooler. And I think he's going to tank this pretty well here. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. 12k, that's nothing. So we know at the very least we're getting him in July, but I do think there's a good chance the new leader skill will come early, because we do have some shared celebrations in the spring. So we've got Saiyan Day, we've got the Goku Day. That's another one that could be a shared. So you never know. And the thing is it really depends on how they handle leader skills on JP, right? So my question is it basically now it's 200% or bust? So like every new Dokkan Fest is going to have it, or are they still going to go back to 170s? We saw on the new LRs that they went back to 150s, which is kind of a shame, right? But those have never kind of stood to what the typical leader skill meta is. So if every Dokkan Fest moving forward now, we'll get an attack in here. But if every 349k defense for Transforming Frieza, that's the other reason I want to do this video, because Transforming Frieza is still so crazy. Like, I love that unit. But about 200k defense for our third form Frieza, which isn't bad. And now we are sharing 5 out of 7 links here. It's kind of crazy that we don't share all the links with another third form Frieza. But we actually share more as he transforms. Yeah, let's see what this does. This will probably do some damage, because 200k, this guy will still do some damage, I think. Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of damage. 164. That's okay. Let's see what the attack's doing. Yeah, 3.2. So we're very quickly now jumping up to really nice high damage numbers. So if you run this guy on rotation and prioritize his attacking, like, his damage gets pretty crazy pretty quick. We'll see how high this guy gets by the end of the Legendary Goku event, but it's he's already putting up really good numbers. And then about 7 mil for this Transforming Frieza. With how well they did with Transforming Frieza and Goku, like, Transforming Vegeta is going to be an insane easy A, because he's a pure Saiyan's lead and he could actually take Super Vegeta's spot. Depending on how good they make him, he actually could, which is kind of crazy. But back to my thought on leader skills. By the way, getting to use Garlic Jr. for the first time. If you didn't see my newest pull video, I just pulled my first copy of him. So very happy to actually have that unit, right? Okay, I think putting STR Cooler in the front there is not a good idea. But I do think we're fine. Just physical Cooler is going to take them out for sure here. So we don't have to worry about dying. We'll just do that. So what I'm curious to know is if JP now says we are locked into 200% and every Dokkan Fest is going to have that. Or are they going to do something different and make it so that they're reserving this for only big celebrations or only Dokkan Fest LRs, right? Because I could see them doing that and making this like a premier Dokkan Fest LR leader skill. I feel like that would be a mistake. I feel like they kind of have to like now move towards that, because people aren't going to be as likely to summon on stuff if it's not the good leader skill, right? I think with this new Saiyan Saga Vegeta and Goku, for example, some people will definitely summon, but like, I was hearing some reactions and people didn't sound like too impressed by the kits. But I guarantee, even if they're like, the kits aren't great, if they had new 200% leader skills for different categories, people would summon like crazy on that LR banner. So I think they missed a really good opportunity there, because I do think people would have gone crazy. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put, we're going to put Tech Frieza in the front. But look at third form Frieza at 217k defense is not that bad. We're getting all 7 links in the middle slot here. So we're definitely going to take that. I am going to use a Whis here, I think. let's use just an Icarus. I just want a little bit of damage reduction just to be safe here, because I just want to focus on showing off third form Frieza, seeing how high we can get his attack stat, right? And you can see, like, we're blowing through this very quickly, because these Frieza units are so good. Like, the Frieza team is still one of the better teams in the game, still one of my favorites. Yeah, this Frieza is still at around a 7 mil attack stat. Like, so good. Yeah, and then additional for over 7 mil. So yeah, this dude just put up like a 13 mil attack stat, like no problem. Pretty good. This is going to do nothing. One, we have damage reduction, but this Frieza is also very tanky, which is very good. These Frieza, whenever, yeah, 4.6. So like, dude, third form Frieza is already almost at 5 mil, and it's only going to keep going up. So you guys see how crazy this guy is on rotation? Now we're at 5 mil. So we just did about, what, a 10 mil attack stat, and we might have more coming. Oh, he only did a double. We got really unlucky there. I don't know. Maybe I should have put more additional into him. Well, like I said, that additional could have just been mine, and it was his passive that didn't proc, right? But dude, like, at 5 mil attack stats, this dude could be putting up a 20 mil attack stat, which is absolutely bonkers insane, right? And look, this Goku's just incinerated already. You know what? Well, we have Icarus active, so I think we're fine here. Even with this type disadvantage physical cooler, like, Goku would have to be really mean and like dodge out to even get a shot at physical cooler, so I think we're gonna be fine. Strength cooler will probably take him out unless he dodges. I think we'll be good here. And then yeah, we're already up to Int UI Goku, so very, very fast showcase, but we did get some chances to build up our third form Frieza here. So let's see what he's looking like here against Int UI Goku. I'm gonna be curious to see this. So yeah, you run this Int third form Frieza. You run him on rotation, and he actually is like worthy of being on rotation because his attack stat gets crazy attack stat. And we got the Frieza fully transformed here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so we're gonna go without damage reduction here because look at Tech Frieza at 500k defense, Int third form Frieza at 236k. 236k defense for like a support unit is not bad at all, right? But what I'm curious to see is the ridiculous attacks that we're going to put up from this banner unit who is a support unit. Like, he's built... This is like how I'd expect a Dokkan Fest to be built. Like, look at the numbers this guy's going to put up here. This is going to be crazy. We're going to get the Dokkan attack, by the way, so Goku isn't even going to be able to dodge. Alright, so what do we got? Yeah, just a casual 5 mil attack stat. Sure. A casual 5 mil attack stat that could be happening times 4. And going up with each one, right? So let's see. I'm hoping we get some additionals here because I got to see this guy pop off a little bit. Because he, like, not going to lie, we might not get another turn. These Frieza units are so strong. And this is without Namek Frieza, by the way. Okay, so yeah, that's a normal at 2.5 mil. Oh, man. He was not very good on the additionals there. And then almost a 9 mil attack stat from this guy. Wow. Yeah, these Frieza units. Dude, once these Friezas get a 2... This is... Now, keep in mind, anytime you're watching showcases on units, you can say, this is without a 200% leader skill, right? So can you imagine they drop a Wicked Bloodline leader? Like, what if they... Well, they probably wouldn't do it on an EZA, but, like, what if they EZA'd AGL Metal Cooler, right? And his EZA was a 200% Wicked Bloodline? That would be ridiculous. But with how crazy these Friezas are looking right now, we can say now only on a 170 lead, right? Because now there's power creep. So... I'm really excited to see what some of these Frieza units and just other units in the game in general are going to be looking like. All right, let's just go crazy. I don't think this Goku's going to survive the turn anyways, but let's have some fun with these coolers. And if Goku maybe dodges out or something, maybe we'll get another turn with third form Frieza, but I don't mind going crazy. Look at this cooler rotation. This rotation is going to be crazy. Yeah, 6.8 here. And then the strength cooler. Oh, wow. I actually wanted to see strength cooler, but we didn't even get to that. So anyways, guys, there you go. Third form Frieza looking pretty good. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.